Jordan Daly has complained to YouTube that we have violated his privacy. Jordan Daly, of course, is the co-founder of the TIE campaign, Time for Inclusive Education. They persuaded the Scottish Government, in fact, the whole Scottish Parliament, that LGBT inclusive education was the way to go, so you have LGBT content right from nursery all the way through school in any and every subject. And he's complained to YouTube that we violated his privacy in the last video. So what did we do? Did we show footage of him in the bath, filmed through his open window? Did we reveal details of a medical condition? Were we following his family members around and revealing information about their personal lives? This is what we did do. Anyway, who picked up on that tweet? None other than Jordan Daly, founder of the TIE campaign, the campaign for LGBT inclusive education, so-called, where they have LGBT content from nursery upwards all the way through school in any subject. So in the Scottish Parliament, Jordan Daly is regarded as some sort of messianic figure. People all but bow down before him. And Jordan in this tweet says that Pauline is his old RE teacher. That's quite a coincidence, isn't it? But that is true. So let's see what Mr. Daly has had to say about Mrs. Gallagher in the past.
I had one teacher in particular who told us that God clearly didn't like gays and that's why we got AIDS, so that they would get rid of us. If I listened to what Miss Gallagher was saying, it meant I was going to get AIDS because that's what God wanted for me.
I'd watched that clip before I realised it was referring to Pauline. And when I watched it, I thought, I just don't believe that. That is a gross distortion at best of what might actually have been said by a teacher. And sure enough, Pauline confirms that she never said anything like that. So to claim that's a violation of privacy is just totally ridiculous. But anyway, we had this message from YouTube. Dear Scottish Family Party, this is to notify you that we have received a privacy complaint from an individual regarding your content. It gave the video link and it gave the time for the bit that was about Jordan Daly. We would like to give you an opportunity to remove or edit this private information within the content reported. After 48 hours of this notice, we will review the complaint for potential violations of our privacy guidelines and consider restricting the content. We're committed to protecting our users, and we hope you understand the importance of respecting others' privacy. When uploading videos in the future, please remember not to post someone's personal information without their consent. Okay. So, replied. Dear YouTube, thanks for getting in touch. The individual complaining, Mr. Jordan Daly, is a public figure, lobbyist and campaigner in Scotland, and the only information we presented in the video is from his own Twitter account and from a publicly available video of him speaking as a campaigner on YouTube. We are a political party opposing Mr. Daly's education policy. The content is not personal, but is comments he made in his role as a campaigner. Mr. Daly's claim that there is a valid privacy issue here is unjustified. There's no reason why public figures should be able to suppress their own statements made in the course of their campaigning. We ask, therefore, that YouTube please overrule his complaint. Then we had a reply from YouTube. We have reviewed the complaint and have determined that the content is accepted from removal based on our policy guidelines. The content does not violate our policies and will remain on the site. Thank you for using YouTube. Well done YouTube. Again, we've had a few good decisions from YouTube. Facebook as well on the whole. There's one thing they took down as hate speech, which was a nonsense, but generally they've relented when we've appealed. Because we must be getting reported to these social media giants, left, right and centre. You know what some people are like, it's just knee-jerk reaction. Don't like something, who do I report it to? Now, that's not to say there are not real problems with these social media giants. I know some people have been very poorly treated, but as a Scottish Family Party, so far, almost always the outcome has been okay. But what on earth was Jordan Daly thinking? He's just assuming that everyone's going to be on his side, which is understandable. In the Scottish Parliament, Jordan Daly is regarded on the ladder of sainthood somewhere between Jesus and Nelson Mandela. He's used to snapping his fingers and people just come and say, how may we be of service to you? So it hasn't quite worked with YouTube, Jordan. So what next? Do you want a few other tips? The video is on Facebook as well. Have you complained to Facebook? How about Twitter? How about the Information Commissioner's Office? If you've shared personal information. How about the police? You'd always find a listening ear there. Just say it's a hate incident and they'll have a sympathetic listening ear for you and they'll record it as such. What about the PREVENT programme, the anti-radicalisation programme. You could report me for radicalising people in Scotland. Right, the General Teaching Council for Scotland. I'm a registered teacher, so it's worth a shot there. Right, the Equality and Human Rights Commission. What about the Electoral Commission? We're a registered political party. Why don't you try and complain to them? Or how about complaining to the Executive Committee of the Scottish Family Party? I'm sure we've got lots of time to do these things. Why don't you give them all a shot? Or I've got a really radical alternative for you. This is really thinking outside the box. How about you debate me on the issue instead? When the coronavirus business is finished, we can find a public venue, we can film it, put it on YouTube. Now, I think that would be quite interesting for you. Have you ever faced the alternative view? I suspect you actually haven't. So this is a bit of a challenge for you as well as an invitation. Now, I'm imagining that you're not going to take up this invitation. I mean, why should you? The whole Parliament's already done your bidding, so why bother with distractions like debate? Also, you don't really believe that there is another side of the argument, mainly because you've probably never actually heard it put in its strongest form. Anyway, surprise us. Show that you are willing to debate. I mean, you probably believe that your case is irrefutable, because in the Scottish Parliament, not a single MSP stood up and opposed it in that so-called debating chamber. So you should have nothing to worry about debating it with me. It's an opportunity for you to demonstrate once and for all that you're absolutely right on this issue. So if you want to take up this invitation, just email us at contact@scottishfamily.org, and we're looking forward to it. Thanks for watching.